have disappeared. 13 or 15, good. Okay, let's look at the replay. That's where all the bad news is. Yeah, when he retreated, he actually went back into line of sight, so yeah, unfortunately that's a side effect of that. We need more smoke to make that work properly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ow. Okay, I walked into that one. Okay, well, things are getting really ugly for me. Surprisingly, very much less attacking going on there. Let's see what kind of casualties we suffered. Okay, well, we caused some. Then we caused. This is a different one, obviously, because the total number of casualties is different. This must be in the town, I think. And then we got. Yeah, so you must have part of that artillery fire before, because he couldn't have got it there after I moved there this turn. Well, my opponent is way more experienced than me, as I've mentioned many times, and that's how it goes. And you know, I'm not exactly. I'm a bit of an obvious player, I think. Makes it fairly easy to guess what I might do next. On the other hand, I have a great difficulty guessing what he might do. I've done it a few times, but that's about it. I think I've done it exactly maybe 1 or 2 times, maybe. I think it's sufficient that he actually mentioned it at the time that it was pretty good. So but it doesn't happen often enough. I think this might be the same one as that one. My mortar was destroyed. Yeah, well, I should have moved them probably. Mortars are easily lost. Rifles are firing at the shoots, and that was at 6 hexes. Probably the ones that were now I'd retreated in the center. No casualties, but they probably took some suppression again. Yeah, they're probably still retreating. And they fired at a Fizzle section 6 Okay, 6 casualties. And then 1 more casualties, and then they pulled back. Okay, I'm not sure where that is. I'm gonna have to watch that again. I turn the logging on just in case. It's all on the screen though, so I think it's okay. I have to try and watch this a bit more closely. Because we were okay there until the mortars landed. It looks like they didn't cause any more casualties. Okay, that's where that is, and then they pulled back. Was he firing at the... No hits there, but still, that's going to cause some suppression. And that's not good. Fucking hell. Alright. As I said, things are pretty shit, so... okay. Well, we just push forward until the end of the game. So let's have a look around before I check suppression. What do we have here? So we lost sight of these completely. No surprise, because they were actually the only reason we could see them was because I had men fairly close to them, but I pulled back for safety, so yeah, he's now routed, so actually I'm just gonna let him run away again. He should pull back straight this time. I don't think he'll... One of the annoying things with retreating in the game is that it will retreat to the center first. Instead of retreating towards the retreat hex first, which would mean going back towards the edge of the map, it retreats to the center and then towards the edge of the map. So you really got to be careful how you use that. I needed more smoke in order for that to work well. Over here we have them. They're also retreating, so they're routed. This could be trouble. Okay, well, let's check suppression. Formation leaders first. Don't need to zoom out for this. We just care about suppression here. Not gonna look around. Okay, he's got some suppression. You can see one. And he doesn't have any subordinate units now anyway, because they've all been destroyed. I do have more scouts though, so I can unload them off the tank, or the tanks. That would work. That might work. He's got suppression. Question is, will he rally? He didn't last time. Okay, he rallied this time. He's still buttoned though. Don't know where that shot came from. It was somewhere. Here, somewhere in here. No, see, it wasn't actually. Couldn't tell where it came from. There's nothing actually in the log about it. There's nothing actually in the log about it, so we have no idea where that came from. All right, moving on. Well, at least he rallied this time. So I think the last time in the previous turn the attack was much more accurate. And I think it was actually in the log, so that's usually an indication that it was the fire was seen and it was very accurate. Otherwise, there's not much point in putting something in there. Let's have a look at each unit, and we'll look around at the same time. That's not good. Now he's probably going to push forward here, right? That's not his style to hold to take up a defensive position. He'll want to destroy more of my units. So well, I did sign up for a battle. Okay, so well, these guys can't actually. They can't see anything, so we're looking around. There shouldn't be anything around. Just in case something sneaked into there. Actually, I should look at this one because if there's mines there, we may not see it right away. Okay. Doesn't look like there is, but we'll check with the scout. He's got a better chance of spotting it anyway. Next team, next platoon. Now, if I thought it was safe to move in here, I could move in with that guy. But this plan is now he's routed. Am I gonna try rallying him because that's a hell of a lot of suppression? How many casualties did he take? One. That's not bad actually, considering. I wonder where did that casualty occur? Probably here. it's definitely a different one. Firing at LMG section. Well, that was when that was an opportunity fire when they moved into the hex. They already had 3 casualties, and then we fired again. That was a miss. And they fired back. That's when the casualty occurred. Yeah. Okay. That's understandable. It's when the logs get really long, then it gets confusing. Do I try to rally him? 54 suppression. That's a hell of a suppression to recover from. To try and rally. I'm gonna leave it for now. Because I rally him and he's pinned. Well, I have to rally him a lot before he can move. That's gonna require 54. Half of that is what, 20, no, yeah, 27, no, 20, 26, 27, yeah, 27, so, 27, and then that would require another one. That would only get me to, if I'm successful, it would only get me to 13. Still wouldn't be able to move, so it's going to require 3 rally attempts to get him to move. What is his morale? It's not bad. He's got 68 rallies. Morale is not bad. Slightly above average. But not really high enough to guarantee that. Yeah. Might be better off letting him pull back, but that's... I really suck. That's really become... The answer is I suck. I'm gonna leave him like that for now, and we'll figure it out in a moment. I don't know. I'm gonna let him run. Suppression is 4, that's fine for now. Suppression is 1. Okay, he's retreating. We may be able to rally him. Morale's not great. But his rally is quite high, so... Well, it's more the morale that's the problem, not the rally. You can actually see that one. That's the only one you can see now. Actually, who fired at him? That's probably a better question. Range 2 hexes. No. It's an LMG. The hell's it called again? LNG Krupa. Okay. LNG Krupa. Is that even in here? Actually, it's not even in here. Yeah, the reason the mortar became an easy mark is that I fired in line of sight of a lot of enemy units and then didn't move them out of the way like an idiot. Yeah, I'm not ready for more units. I mean, that's part of that. That's what that is telling me, because you know, when you forget little easy details like that, you know, with more units it's a lot easier to miss things. Okay, so do I try and rally him? I'm gonna try to... Yeah, there's nothing else that needs to be rallied as far as I know from this platoon, so let's try. Because that's... One attempt will probably allow him to move? Yeah. Okay, yeah, but he failed, so the second lieutenant had to do it. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. Well, I may have used up. Well, there's nobody else needs to be rallied, so that's fine. Okay, scouts. We lost sight of the anti-tank rifle team that was moving up here. We definitely want to look around then. Okay, well, we spotted him again. He's not moving now. Actually, I'm surprised we saw him again. Let's look around in case there's anybody else lurking in the bushes. Why is it... How? It's a size 0. I'm surprised we saw him. Because he hasn't moved. Yeah, he hasn't moved, so I don't know why we saw him again. Anyway, moving on. Look around. Look around. Just in case there's things we haven't spotted. Mainly mines in that hex. Oh, here. Some suppression. Let's look around. Yeah, line of sight is too limited. Not helpful there. Not a helpful position at all. He's got slightly better, but not that great. Main problem is I've lost line of sight behind the field. Yeah, when it goes all wrong for me, it goes all wrong. There's no half measures. Let's see. That's all we can see. Now, okay, there's now enough smoke. Okay, we pulled back far enough that we actually can't. Oh no, it's the field. We pulled back enough in the field that we actually can't be seen anymore. But I'm surprised he didn't drop mortar. Well, no, it would have taken him a turn to pull it in. So, problem is now I have no idea what's going on here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna unload the scout. Well, actually, I do have scouts here. So we need to probe forward just to figure out. Let's see. Now this one was fired at from from here. So some of these guys should have suppression. Why did I not see that? Yeah. Okay, they have suppression, but it wasn't. They didn't take any casualties. It looks like so. Well, they have before, but I don't think in this turn. Now the question becomes: do I stay or do I go? No. Yes. No, I'm not gonna launch into a Clash song now. That would be. I can't sing. up. Actually, I need to get them off the road, if nothing else. Yeah, they can't push forward on the road, that's for sure. Yeah, so now it's possible that he's moved a well, we still can't see that there. And I think this position is now no longer that useful, so I might think of something else to do with them. Well, he was the one being fired at. He's suffering combat friction. No suppression on him, but damn. Okay, he has a target. Not sure why. Can't see it. He's got suppression 9. To try rallying him again. Oh, morale 83. Wow. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna try rally him again. Yeah. So he has a better chance of spotting. It is a recon unit, but it's also a vehicle, so. Okay, well, target. There. Okay, so these guys are still here. That's very likely the one that fired at him, I think. 12 hexes. No, he has a range of 21. Something else fired at him from really far away. Now, he hasn't moved any tanks up onto out in the open yet. Wouldn't really matter. It'd be hard to get a shot at him. Anyway, moving on. Right, we're here, and this. That's done. So let's zoom in. Actually, stay zoomed out. I think I need to look around to do some planning. Big picture. Okay, I think these guys will. I think they might move up to the ridge. I don't know. They might try to push forward and try to. Like that is obviously spotting. It hasn't moved. It hasn't moved. It hasn't moved in a turn. Now, I think this one will try to move in there and take out shots. Staying here is not ideal. If I move forward, okay, the worst that can happen is if I move forward is this. Well, there's two hexes, right? That's the problem with that. That's why I need to move another unit up here. But it's very likely this one will be attacked. I know there's nothing here. So actually it might be safer to move there. Okay, I'm a little too far out there for that. So if I move in there, then that will be there and there possible enemy positions. I If I move there, that's only... Well, no, there's two, but that's why I'll move that one first. Because this one can only be attacked from one place. I know there's nobody there. I don't know there's anybody there. No, I don't. It could be. So I'm going to move that one there first to cover that. Okay. Let's figure out the order of things here. And if where am I? Move this one to there. Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna try push forward here. What the hell? My losses are quite high already. So in for a penny, in for a pound, as the saying goes. Right. This may be a high casualty. Usually I keep my casualties quite low. As well, I think this battle will not be like that. Total clusterfuck. An epic one even. Now in the middle, he is routed. I'm just gonna let him run. The question is, where will he run? Can I predict the direction he's gonna go? Where's my retreat hex? Okay, we almost pointed at it now. It's actually on 20. So you can actually run that way. Let's see, what can we see from him? So I don't know, he may run that way. I mean, they're supposed to retreat basically directly towards the retreat hex. But it's not clear exactly how it works. But from what I've noticed is if you're really close to the edge of the map, then it tends to retreat towards the center first, which is really not very helpful because it almost always puts you in a worse position in the next turn. Like there's no opportunity fire when it retreats under computer control. So it's actually very helpful because you get to move away from the enemy without having them fire at them. As if you rally it and then try to do the same thing, the enemy gets an opportunity fire. So, but you can't predict where it's gonna go, right? Yes, this game's so, well designed. Yes, we won't get into that again. So, well, we're pulling back here, I think. I don't know. I may be able to. So, are we in the? We're not in the height 1 yet. Yeah, we'll just pull back. Actually, that needs to move out of the way. Okay, I think getting an idea what I'm gonna do there. Probably will change by the time I get there, though. Ready. Is that the group of fire done? No, probably not. Let's look around again. Okay, that's all we can see. Still have some line of sight there, but the further back I go, the more difficult that will be. Mainly because that area is not well sighted for me now. He was fired at, so I might want to get him into the building here. Problem is, nobody can see anything from there. We'll see up to the top, but that's about it. Well, we'll have to look at the details of moving around. I don't know. I think these guys are going to. It's not useful for him to stay here because of the height one. Um. Anyway, so. Okay. Now, I think there are units in these trees. So I probably want to keep moving forward. Maybe this way. Ground. Still can't see into that building. I think you can see, already see up there, so that's not really that helpful. What are they armed with, apart from an anti-tank rifle? Is that machine gun? I think the Ruby is. I think. Nope, not finding it. Okay, well, never mind. These are usually armed. Well, they're usually very lightly armed. I mean, carrying a big anti-tank rifle around is quite a chore in itself. So. He's moved. He has moved. Now, okay, so if the guys in these trees, they can't actually see us because we don't have line of sight into the tree. How any units in here would be able to. I think I'm almost at the point where I would spot them, or they would spot me. However, yeah, no, the likelihood is that they would spot me first because I'm moving and they're not. Like, the reason I can't see them is that they have been parked there for several turns. Yeah, my opponent has had good positions a long time ago. All right, so LMG is retreating, so that means it's actually going to pull back. Um, That's a, well, no, it would have pulled back already. Yeah, it's not really retreating. Alright, so more scout movement, I think, is in order. If he pulls back there, he'll be behind the smoke, and that's going to obscure his line of sight quite well. That's not good. I think the enemy unit was up here. Actually, that might not, because that's pretty thin smoke. You can actually see up there. No, not that well. Gotta pull it back that way. Still in line of sight. They did an opportunity fire, but if they've got him as a target, then they know exactly where he is. And they don't need to move to hit him again. And I've made him a better target, actually, because I moved. Anyway, other scouts to be moved. He's not going to be able to move until the infantry have moved. So okay, that's cut off. And he can see well, yes, it does a target. It's somehow we've lost sight of it. It's one of the quirks of the game. He's moving. Okay, now, if we still have this as a target, then he must not have moved. So that would have been... Actually, let's have a look, because yeah, the LNG, the Kubelwagen didn't fire at all. So that target was from when I fired at something last turn. His range set to 21, but that's not where... It's not because of what I fired at last turn. Unless I didn't set the range, which is entirely possible. Because if that one's still there, that means it didn't... It's not... It hasn't moved since last I fired at it. So, I don't know what that... I don't know how that helps. I don't know how that helps. Well, he's moving... He moved 2, 3? Wow. Okay, he moved 3 hexes. So if somebody gets a shot at him, he's going to die. But there's probably a lot of other units that could actually do something there. Problem is, this guy's gonna get... I don't know where he's gonna go, and there's no way for him to put smoke down, so... Well, we keep thinking about it. It was, well, what started that was I was trying to figure out whether I can move forward and how risky that would be. Problem is I don't know if anybody's moved in here. I know somebody moved in there. Okay, I can't remember. Somebody, there was a physicist pulling back. That's the one at the bottom. 3 X's. Not sure why there was actually, why these are shown as 2 different ones. Now, I'm not even sure that's the same one. It's a bit confusing why it didn't show it as 6 casualties. What the 6 casualties only in 1 shot. What the fuck? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna watch the walk. I'm gonna watch the replay again. Zoom in. I keep track of that one. Okay, that's that one. The other ones are fired at him. Okay, I think they're dead. I think they dispersed. From watching the replay over and over again is you get to see your mistakes over and over again. Yeah, well, what can you do? Okay, so I have a suspicion that this one was actually dispersed. Because it won't tell you. Like you usually get a pulling back message and then you can't find it afterwards. It's one of those weird things, like, I don't know why it doesn't tell you that. In theory, if he moves forward, he's probably gonna get shot, because there was one here. I know there's one here, because you can see that. We'll zoom out a little bit. Maybe a bit more. Yeah, okay, so there's one there, which apparently did not move. There was units here. So and since he's moving up very fast, it's very likely that some other guys have moved up here. So there was another squad. If this one moved there, and I'm thinking he moved 3 hexes. Okay, so he might have come up from this side. Interesting, there's smoke here. Okay, that's just from the shells. I thought it might be a mortar or something. That would be bad for the Gullwagen. Pretty easy way to take it out if you can get one in range. Okay, I don't know. That's actually what I'm gonna do is unload. It's not actually in the line of sight. Obvious line of sight of any enemies. I'm gonna load here. Before I do any movement. Oh yeah, I forgot. That's actually one of them is actually. Now this is actually these are actually a different grouping of them. The leader is a two-man unit. So these guys have Panzerwerfmeinen. Panzerwerfmein, which is just a finned thrown anti-tank weapon. Yes, it's thrown. The fins on it are intended to keep the charge part pointing in the right direction. Fine in theory, never worked really well in practice from what I read. But that was on Wikipedia, so who knows if that's accurate. Okay, so we got some extra scouts. That's not a bad thing. I'm really tempted to move forward here, but I'm pretty sure there's somebody up here. No, not in that hex, because we'd see them. But maybe in there. And I don't have anybody who has line of sight to that hex. Funnily enough, because he can't. Well, he has line of sight, but he's so suppressed it doesn't matter. Yeah, and the smoke's doing its job and preventing me from seeing. Now, there's enough smoke up here that I can't see past it, so what I might need to do is move these scouts that way. Scouts, this heavy MG. Not really happy with that though, because that's not the way you're supposed to use a heavy MG. We know it's nobody here. Okay, well, this is where we spend a lot of time figuring this part out. So I might come back to this. Don't know, the scout is not... I don't really want to lose another scout, but I need information, so... Actually, the problem is if I move there, I might be better off moving there. Last known positions, like this unit was involved in... This one is definitely needs to move, because... what can you see from there? So that's the limit. So we know there's nobody there. Yeah, we definitely know there's nobody there. There's nobody there. So there and there. Potential positions. Considering that like this one is moving really fast, I'm pretty sure he's moved up as fast as possible. Because while he's out of line of sight, that's ideal, right? Or at least he thinks he's out of line of sight, but no, he'd know he's out of line of sight. I've actually it's rare that I've seen him do something that whenever I see him moving fast, I'm pretty sure he's doing it on purpose to try and attract some fire. Okay, so do I risk the scout? Okay, maybe we just move these ones first, because I need to get them a bit more spread out. back there. Okay, if there's anything up there, it's not very big, and it's not moving, and/or it's not moving very fast. That covers all the reasons why you can't see it. I can't give you a reason why I might be able to see it. Well, like if you moved a tank up there, I think we'd actually have it in line of sight from other positions. I might need to start looking for a better position for that. There isn't one. I wish I had this hill extended that way, but no such luck. Okay. The thing is, I'm going to move within 3 hexes. That means that it is very, very difficult to avoid being seen at that range. In fact, spotting is pretty much guaranteed. So, but I don't know. Do I want to do that? Trying to think of a better way to do it. Well, he has to move. I don't want to leave him there. As far as I can tell, there isn't anybody that side. That smoke is blocking line of sight quite well. I don't know what to do here. Okay, well, since I might have a better idea in other areas, we'll come back to it. Okay, so I might leave that one for now. I need to move him. I need to inspect that hex, but this is risky because okay, there's nobody there. And line of sight's blocked that way. Okay. Might actually consider moving another hex since its line of sight's very restricted there. But I don't want to move into there. Simply because there's too many positions. So I know there's nobody there. I know there's nobody there. So there can only be one unit there. So let's find out. What is he? Is this tank mines on? It's only got 2 of them, but okay, yeah. Well, that's sensible. It's hard to defend that one. Because when I move up into there, he's obviously going to know. Now, on the other hand, haha, okay, so I know there's nobody there. So I'm probably better off moving that way, but I actually plan to move him there. Right, so I move there next turn. He's got a little bit of suppression on. He's also taken some casualties. Oh, this is tricky. It says he's retreating. What's his line of sight? Okay, I don't think anybody knows he's there. He really is retreating. Okay, so wait a second, let's see. Let's look around first, see how many places we can get shot at from. Assess the risks. Nope, I think only 2%. Yeah. Well, he's quite suppressed, so that's the problem. Okay, well, we hit him. How many weapons does he have? Careful, hit the wrong button. Okay, he can only actually use his submachine gun's not available because he's only got 2 men left, I think, judging by the image. That's not a true reflection, no. Just indicates there's been casualties. Okay, well, we killed him. Okay. Okay, so he's out of it. Okay, let's move them up. Check line of sight. We can actually try moving up again. Well, I think the buildings do allow for rapid movement, but the problem, of course, is when you're in a building hex, you're at that height, so you can always be seen from somewhere. unfortunately. But as long as you're, I think, as long as you're really deep inside the urban complex, then it becomes a little bit safer. You can only be seen from corresponding, like you can't even see past the building. So, so actually that's why I'm gonna try moving this one again. Let's have a look this way. I think he's gonna have a similar line of sight, but he'll be at a higher, he'll be at a different height though. So. See, I like here. I mean, like what I was saying earlier, like the log doesn't tell you that the LNG section dispersed, right? Well, it just told me that, even though I couldn't see it, right? I mean, it retreated, it pulled back, and then it was out of my line of sight. How the hell would I know it dispersed? But my opponent won't see that message. I actually think it's a bug. I actually think it's a bug, but what do I know? Like it's a risk. It's risky moving up here though because these buildings are quite low. Like this is height 5 and we're in height 10, so in theory we can see over that. That's height 10. That's height 10. Question is, what if he was visible? Where would it be from? Down here, obviously along the road. I don't know. I'm gonna find out. And the answer is nowhere, because that height 5 building actually blocks line of sight. I don't know how that's possible. Oh, no, I understand. I know why. It's the same as when you have trees on the slope. Then the tree will block line of sight. Yeah. Yeah, you have to understand how the program works. It's not really. I mean, it is just software. So once you kind of figure out what it does, then you, in theory, know forever what it does because it's not going to change, right? Now scout. I think I need to scout this way, so I'm actually going to move him here. And he already moved 2, so I won't take a risk to move him again. Okay, so this guy is going to move here. I suspect he will get shot at again. However, I know there's nobody here. I know there's nobody there. There's bound to be somebody there, but I know there's nobody here, so that's a safe thing to do. As far as I can tell, there's nobody here. Unless my guys are so clued out. It's entirely possible. Yeah, they only have experience 66, so fucking hell, they could actually be guys in there and they didn't notice it. Why didn't the opportunity fire? If their range is set to 0, then it would not opportunity fire. But that would actually be a strange thing, so I'm going to gamble that it's not the case. He's taken 2 casualties already. I'd prefer not to do that, but the reason I need to move him, but keep the pressure up, is that he, there's probably a mortar fire gonna land in there. Or it could land there. Actually, what he would do is just hit all these 3 hexes here. I think he's got enough stuff left. It doesn't really matter where I go. Doesn't matter where I go, he's gonna be suppressed and probably routed. So here's another one I don't know. Because I prefer to move him in with this one because he hasn't taken any casualties yet. But we're gonna do this anyway. Mine's there. Okay, see? Okay, well, got one, as the saying goes. One casualty from the mine. Okay, there's nobody there, but of course he's suppressed now, so let's rally him. Yeah, I really need to get what's his name's in there. Actually, the mine sound is one thing that really makes me jump in this game. It is very sudden. Okay, so now if he drops mortars in there, then we're gonna have a lot of casualties. Okay, but let's move these guys up. Let's put him here. Put him there. And there, because we're probably gonna need him. Looks like this one's probably close to going under. We've taken 3 casualties on it now. Ones I don't know. It's like, what do I do against such an skilled opponent, right? Well, an experienced opponent more than, well, skilled and experienced. I guess we can go with that because he is. I don't know what a beginner player can do against such odds. keep trying, I guess. I mean, that's all I can do. So he probably wouldn't bother deploying artillery here at all. But I'm not going to try moving in there, even though I could now. Yeah, and this is the problem. Like, spotting mines is very, very difficult. I'm probably more difficult in a building hex as well. Moving 101 miles an hour. Yeah. Sometimes the game is really funny. Moving 101 miles an hour. Now, the funny thing about that is it actually matters, that because you're actually more likely to take damage from other shots if that occurs. So if the enemy moves in there now, and decides to go attack him, then that would probably work against them quite a lot. Okay, back down to the south. I think I've done everything here. No, we can do the LMGs. LMGs are no longer very helpful, so I'm going to move them. Yeah, and the thing is, the reason I didn't see that is because I didn't spend long enough adjacent to the hex. It's a matter of, it takes time for your units to notice there's mines around them. Scouts sometimes can do it a little faster, but when they changed the spotting, they made mines a lot harder to spot. I mean, this version of the game, this is the last version, but this version of the game has more difficult spotting because the Grognods wanted it that way to make it more realistic. But it makes spotting mines so much more difficult. And, well, as we saw there, I mean, I spent an entire turn adjacent to that hex and didn't see it. What is his experience? Experience is not bad, 77. So... Alright, so there's probably mines everywhere in here. He's mined the entire thing. Very, very effective. Whereas I'm just a useless... completely useless at this. Wish I could say I felt like I was getting better, but I don't. I'm not really seeing any progress at all. So we can. The thing here is I can see him. Okay. These guys have not moved, so that's a possibility. Actually, no, there's no units in there. Actually, that's not bad. Actually, he can see a lot. No, that was him, but he doesn't. He's clued out. I checked that already. Yeah, these guys can't see shit, so I'm gonna move this one first. Okay, we have that one covered now, but that's probably not really gonna help that much. So he moves back to there. I'm actually gonna leave him there. This guy should be all right. Well, that helps. So let's see. Can we get? Can put some suppression on him because he's moving really fast and. No. Well, the problem is he started to turn suppressed, so that is. Well, it was a little bit of suppression, but I think it was enough. Okay, we did some casualties. And he's pinned. But he needs to move again. Question is where? He's not firing at anything else, so it doesn't really matter where he goes, but it's not, let's leave it. I have to come back to it. Gonna hope that he retreats straight that way. That would be ideal. He'd still be in line of sight of that one, though. Okay, so we're back here. Now, I have no idea what's going on here, so I can't move forward because I'm outnumbered here pretty heavily. However, not knowing what's going on is very awkward. He can't see that. That's interesting. Neither can he. Okay, so... so the chances are he moves there. He actually won't be in line of sight of them. And it's only moving very quickly here. So that's what we might end up doing. But I don't know. Hmm. I really don't. I'm not just saying that. It's gonna be another long turn. I think we're always done though. It's quite the pickle. Well, I gotta decide whether I'm staying here or moving back. I'm actually inclined to stay. Um, simply because there's no immediate threat, but of course there's always a threat from mortars. Um, I think my movement was quite predictable in the last turn, so I don't think there's any way he's not gonna figure out where I am. Actually, so I'm gonna put the scout here. Um, yeah, screw it. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get shot. Or my certainty was misplaced. This there. Hmm. Can't see anything there. Okay, well that's good to know what's going on. But the chances are they will see him now because he's 3 hexes, right? Do I risk moving again? Is he in line of sight of anybody? smoke is not blocking line of sight. So even if it was there, that line of sight will extend to there. Now we know there's nobody there, so I'm gonna actually move him here. So I learned something useful. Yeah. Question is, can I keep them in line of sight? Probably not. Probably not. I'm gonna risk leaving those there. I'm just gonna move him back because these two squads are quite weak. However, that does make it awkward for this scout because there's bound to be more units moving up here, and you won't have anybody to cover for him. Okay, so the smoke extends there. We can see 3 hexes into the field. So you can see that. Yeah, you can hit it. So with the range set to 3, you can cover the scout. Put him here. Yeah, so these scouts will move to the center again. Now that's it for the infantry movement, I think. He hasn't moved. He needs to move. Not sure where. Let's see. Oh, you won't rally again. You used up everything. Alright, let's get him into some cover. Okay, that was not nice. Where the hell did that come from? And he won't be able to rally. Fucking hell. Okay, I should have moved him back. Arrgh. I'm such an idiot. Really, I am. Came from 9 hexes away. Oh, came from him. Now that's interesting. I don't think I want to do that. Wow, he had a really long range set. Okay, well that screwed that idea. Damn. Because he got fired at during the previous turn, you should realize that he probably still had him as a target in case he moves. I think he would have been able to shoot at him even if he moved here, though. Now he's very, 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 very suppressed. I'm so depressingly bad at this. He probably had that one as a target. It wasn't actually him. He probably has a range set so he could shoot at that. Yeah, so I can't fire back. I have to just carefully set his range. Okay, so that one needs to be hit with mortars. I don't have anything that can hit it really quickly though. Well, problem is he's suffering combat friction, so he can't really move that fast. Weird thing is, he can see that. Like, this unit can actually see them, but he can't. I don't think I'm gonna leave him here. We can actually hit that. It's not obvious that we can because the line of sight's not clear. We can actually hit the top of the ridge, so that's all I need. Yeah, okay. He has no chance of hitting anything because he moved too much. Now he needs to move back again, I think. That's interesting. Didn't actually expect them to not have line of sight that way. Ah, because the orchard's blocking it. Alright. Okay, so... leave him there. We'll move him... Okay, if I move him back here, the height one will block. So we'll put him here. Alright, I think I'm done. Artillery is moving. So... looks like I won't be getting any victory X's again. Oh, damn, so close. I suck, man. I suck. He has not moved. He needs to move because he's falling behind his units here. Yeah, line of sight. Okay. Artillery fire. He's okay. Well, I have some ammo left. We're in turn 13. There's 2 more turns after this. Anything deployed here will arrive at the end of my opponent's next turn. So we might as well use it because there's no point in using. Well, I can actually drop stuff in even in turn 15. So yeah, I might as well. Question is where. They're all moving. It's really hard to predict where they're gonna go. I think they'll move in here though. But that's kind of a waste of ammo. He's moving there. That might just be because he moved on the slope. Yeah. He might not actually move anywhere else. So that's a good candidate. Who has ammo? These guys have ammo. Yep, they have plenty of ammo, so let's use them first. Oh yeah, they haven't even used anything. With that. pinned, so yeah, he's probably not pinned enough that it'll make a difference. Only 9. One salvo. Nope, out of ammo. He's got 1 round left. This is not useful. He's got 1 salvo left. So I hit that there. Okay, and the ones who are out of ammo will probably this one. Might as well use it. All right. Well, now the infantry are probably going to try taking shots at him. And of course, that's the first step in putting suppression on him, so I'm actually not going to leave him in plain sight. In that case, I might as well. Don't know. I don't think I get any likely shots here at all. How much movement does he have left? Not much. We only got to get 1 shot in, I think. Maybe another one. Let's not risk it. that means he doesn't need to stay out in the open either. Yeah, let's pull them back. Let's see if he puts these tanks up, because now there's no armor out. It might be worthwhile. Interesting, there's something there. Alright, I think I'm done, finally. Went a little faster this time, by a tiny amount. Well, like I said, I take my time. I can't really... There's no point in my rushing it. I play badly enough anyway. There's no point in trying to just rush through it without actually pondering my bad moves. I mean, I do try to play as well as I can, but it's just not good enough at the moment. It might never be, to be honest. We'll see. My opponent's been playing 12 years. I don't know if I mean, there may not be anybody playing Steel Panthers World of War in 12 years. What the heck would I be able to play that long? I don't know. I mean, a lot of the current players are in their 60s already. So I guess in 12 years' time they'll only be in their 70s, so they're still around, I guess. Yeah, okay, so I think that's it. Zoom in. Now, one problem with not rallying him is that becomes a good chance of artillery fire landing on it, but, well, what can you do? Right, send the turn. He was seen. Fuck. Not moving him, really bad. Okay, that was a guess fire there, because he didn't. He fired at two different hexes to try and guess which one I was in. Wow. That's the